In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down Norman Powell, also known as Playoff Powell, because there is so many things that he does in a game that helps a team tremendously when it comes to the playoffs. And if you're a player who is heading into the playoffs this year or whenever, these are the skills that you're going to want to use when you are in game. These skills will also help you through the regular season as well, but no more than in the playoffs. This is insane. Let's get down. Let's check out Norman Powell and why he is such an insanely great playoff basketball player. Okay, so in this first play, he's coming off of a dribble handoff for a screen and roll. And one thing that he does extremely well is to get to the rim. Why is he able to get to the rim so easily? Let's see. Of course, this did go in. So when he is coming off of a screen, Norman Powell is a very good slashing guard. And when he comes off of a screen, especially if we have a hedging center who is trying to stop him from getting to the rim, and then his main defender is going over top of the screen following him but unable to keep up. He then attacks full out on that center because we all know a very fast guard cannot be slowed down by a center. That center is going to either get a foul or not be able to keep up. He is able to then get past that center and then he cuts in front of that center. He of course could have went up for a floater. That is something that he does do occasionally, but he wanted to get to the rim here. This is near the beginning of the game, literally 16 seconds in. When you are a player in the playoffs, you want to start by getting that ball to the rim. You don't want to start by shooting threes, mainly because if you're shooting threes and you miss maybe the first one or two of the game, yet the other team has gone to the rim and they've gotten a 4 or 6 or even 8-point lead on you guys, then it's going to be extremely hard mentally to come back from that. So Norman Powell knows that. He's able to swipe that ball across, get in front of the Joker, and because of that, he's able to finish right at the rim. This gets them their first 2 points of the game, and of course, mentally gets them prepared for the rest of the game. Norman Powell is also a ridiculously good guard defensively. He's also very, very good at transitioning from defense, getting that steal, into being on the offensive side of the ball, being able to attack the rim. Now, really quickly, let's pause that. He went up with his right hand on the left side of the basket. Now, this is, of course, a no-no to all the traditional basketball coaches out there and trainers. Why did he do this? Well, of course, I did mention this in an earlier video, but the Joker, he is a very good defensive player. Norman Powell knows this. Norman Powell's going up on the left side of the rim. However, what are 3 things that the Joker can do? He can, for one, block his shot by going towards the right side. He can also block the left shot if he goes to the left side, but if Norman Powell goes up straight up in front for a dunk, well, guess what? The Joker can also block that as well. So you really want to be understanding how to use angles. And how Norman Powell is using this angle is he's able to jump off. See how he stepped in front of the Joker right there. See how he was on the left side of him and then he all of a sudden goes right in front. Well, guess what? That now cuts off the Joker from being able to reach over top of his back to block the shot. That is going to now allow Norman Powell to go up on the left side quite easily. However, the Joker could still go on the left side and block his shot. Well, guess what? With Norman Powell's hand here and using the right hand to do the layup, the Joker would have to cross his body to block that shot. That now becomes impossible to block on the left side without getting a foul. The Joker also can't jump over top of his back to block the shot, so the only optional choice now is to go towards the right side and block Norman Powell's shot on the right side because of course he's using his right hand. However, there is the rim and the net right there. Guess what? A defensive player cannot touch the rim or the mesh when you are going up for a shot. He is now using his back as a defender, he is using his left hand as a defender, and now he is also using the mesh and the rim as a defender against getting blocked. And because of this, we have the inability to block this shot, and Norman Powell is able to finish very easily at the rim. So a few things happen when you become a slashing player. You can come off of staggered screens as we have right here, and the center on the last staggered screen, guess what? That center is going to be hedging, and he is going to be blocking your ability to get to the rim because nobody anywhere on the basketball court wants you to get into the paint because that is a ridiculously high shooting percentage. Well, guess what? If you're a slashing player who can then shoot threes at a 40+% click, guess what? You can come off of that staggered screen, you can plant that foot, you can then shoot that shot wide open because they are more afraid of you slashing than shooting. Because if you're, let's say, 50 or 60% from here, they don't want you to be in there, or even higher. They don't want you there. But guess what? If you're 40% out here and they're more afraid of you going into the paint, guess what? Jack that three-point shot off. At 40%, you're going to be a very deadly player. Something else happens when you're a slashing player. You can come off of screens, get that ball, attack the rim. You have a very strong hedge here. Your main defender's following you. Now you're starting to get other players playing help defense. Nobody wants you to get to the rim. If you're Norman Powell, or if you're somebody who can slash to the rim like Norman Powell, you are going to start getting multiple double, triple, quadruple teams on you to not allow you to score. Well, guess what happens now? Don't try to score. Make that pass. Allow your teammates to have wide open threes, and that is what we see here. And guess what? Off of a pin down dribble handoff, guess what? Another three-point shot happens. Guess how he did it this time? This is even better. He knows and he understands teams do not want him cutting towards the rim because he's going to finish probably close to 100% and probably slam it down their throats. He can poster anybody. Well, guess what? When he comes off of this dribble handoff, one single dribble, quick jab towards the rim, that gets that hedger down onto his heels, that gets that main defender to go underneath the screen to try and cut off your drive. This leaves you wide open. See? Look, Joker's on his heels. Step back into a three, you are going to be an insanely good player. And then the last clip I am going to leave you with is, this is Norman Powell. Watch what happens. Okay, I'll rewind it just a bit. His man shoots the ball. He contested it quite well. It missed. He then leaks out. We get the defense, or the Portland Trailblazers get the defensive rebound because he leaked out and nobody was paying attention. He was able to get that ball wide open and absolutely hammer it down on the basketball rim. This is some of the reasons why I thought Norman Powell was going to be an all-star, and I still believe that he could have a couple of years as an all-star in the NBA because he is a slasher who can shoot a three-point shot. He is extremely deadly, and if you can build your game around those two aspects, being able to slash to the rim and be very high percentage getting to the rim, but also when teams cut off your ability to get to the rim, you can step out for over 40% from the three-point line, you are going to be a very sought-after, very deadly basketball player, especially when it comes to the playoffs and when teams are trying to stop you somehow anyway. And they just can't, because at first you're going to get to the rim, you're going to get some easy points, some easy momentum for your teammates, and then you're going to step out for the threes because they're cutting off your drives, and you're going to start hitting threes. You're going to be getting 25, 29, 30 plus points per game very easily. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.